Good morning, everybody. My name is Laird. I'm a data management coordinator, and I'm going to be starting a small series on tips and tricks for Jreports. This is going to assume that you've already done the one-day training session with Jreport, and this will just add more little tips and tricks that you can use along your way. It is quite a complex program. There's no way you can learn everything in one day. The one-day training is basically just a quick overview on how to do a quick and easy report. So for our first topic, I'm going to discuss groups. Quite often when you're doing a report, you'll want to filter it by a group. For instance, you want a report showing all your encounters done by doctors, or a report for your diabetes education team. What you will want to do is put all these people that work in those departments into a group so that in your report you don't have to go through and choose every single person. You can just choose the one group. So let me show you quickly how you create that group. We'll go to the catalog manager, top left corner here. We'll open that up, and we want to expand parameters. And you'll see already that I've already created some groups down here. So I've got a staff-deck, which is our diabetes team, dietitians, doctors, our gain team, our nurse practitioners, our RPNs, and our social workers. Now I don't want to open those up because they do have real live information in them. So I'm going to create one just from scratch here and show you how it is done. So I'm going to right click on the word parameter and choose new parameter, and I'm just going to call this staff, and just for the sake of it I'm just going to call it test. Now we're going to choose the value setting, and in this case we want type in parameter. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what the other ones do, but as we progress down the road maybe we'll learn that. The value type is going to be a string because these are all going to be letters and characters. So now down here in the list, this is where we're going to put all of our staff's IDs and names. So let's start with here, and we're going to use good old Mickey Mouse. So as you know, with PS Suite, old habits die hard. We have a 4 character field for the user ID. So in this case, Mickey Mouse would be M-I-M-O, Mimo. Okay, and now we're going to hit the plus sign. It's going to add another line to this. Now we're going to type out his name, M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, and I'm going to add one more line, and this one is going to be mouse, comma, space, Mickey. Now the reason why I do this, I got that spelled right. Yep. The reason why I do this is that in some tables you actually look at the 4-letter user ID for the clinician. Other ones you may be looking at the first and the last name, and yet others you may be looking at the last comma first name. So this just helps us to, in one table, have all the various options. So now I'm going to add another one, and this is going to be our good friend Donald Duck. So we'll do D-O-D-U, and then we're going to add his first and last name, Donald Duck, and we're going to add another line here for Duck, comma, Donald. The only thing I would caution you about is I do believe these are case sensitive, these 4-character identifiers. I know that some of ours are all uppercase and some of them are all lowercase, so you have to know ahead of time what your 4-letter character is. So we're just going to cut it there at the 2 employees for now, and then we go down here and there's some settings down below that we need to change. So required is false. Allow multiple values, we're going to say true. enable the all option. We're going to say true. The scope for scope of all values will be auto. The treat blank as null will be false. The alt type in of value is true. The when out of value range is the dot directly, and get value from API only is false. Now I don't clearly understand what all these mean, but this does work, and again, as we progress through getting more familiar with Jreports, we'll probably figure out what some of these do mean. So I'm just going to hit OK, and we go down here, and now we have a group called staff-test. So on any report, we can now filter on just that particular group, and at that point we don't need to worry about including names. Now if you only have one or two names, that may be neither here nor there, but if you've got several names, like for instance, you may have in our diabetes team, we have about 8 people, so you don't want to be typing all those different variables in every single time you do a report. Now you can just access it here and be on your way. So that's just a quick overview of groups and how you can use them in Jreport. At some point I'll actually show you in a report how those are used. Anyways, I hope you find this helpful, and good luck along your journey of learning Jreports. This is Laird, and I'm the DMC.